How you folks doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minutes on June 28th, 2019. Golden Merchant, Luxury Merchant, and news all in a few minutes. So, first up in news, if you're an Elder Scrolls Legends player and an ESO player, you have a couple cross promotions that are currently going on. If you previously played ESO elsewhere and had an Elder Scrolls Legends account, take a look in your email box. You should have a code for free Elsewhere packs and an Elsewhere backer on top of it. If you don't have it, make sure to contact Bethesda.net support and ask them, hey, where's my stuff? In addition to that, there's another promotion coming up now, June 28th to July 14th, where you can play Elder Scrolls Legends and win 3 matches in any game mode, which is pretty simple if you just do a simple arena. But win 3 matches in that, and you can get a Doom Wolf sent to your email account if you play ESO. So that's some good stuff to get into. Next up, you have a epic Khajiit statue currently available if you gift 1,000 crowns worth of stuff to 2 people now until the end of the month. To the end of August 1st. Remember, 1,000 crowns, 2 people. It can be 1,000 crowns to 1 person and 1,000 crowns to another person. It can be 500 crowns to 1 person and a 500 crown gift to another person. Just make sure not to end up short. That really sucks if you gift this stuff out and you don't get your 100 gold on that. Also, it has to be on 1 platform, so either console, PS4, or Xbox, or it has to be on your PC NA or PC EU. Next up, the next event that's coming up is going to be the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood celebration. So in these events here, you're going to be getting double drop rewards from world bosses, delve bosses, daily quests, drops from Mar Lorkosh bosses, increased rewards for heists, sacraments, and double harvesting on all crafting nodes in the area. Note as well that if you want to get more event tickets, you're going to have to do dark sacraments and heist. And to do so, you're going to have at least Dark Brotherhood rank 2 to do the dark sacraments, and Thieves Guild rank 3 to be able to do heists. In addition, and also if you don't know already, make sure you have either the DLCs or ESO Plus to get into it. Otherwise, you can't really do much about it. Now, this Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood celebration event is taking place of another major event, which is going to be skipped over this year, which is Cyrodiil Madness. According to ZOS devs, they feel that the Cyrodiil is having some issues as well as queuing right now and did not want to go ahead with that, so they pushed up the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood events. Doesn't seem like they're going to have it in general. It seems like it's canceled. So yeah, it kind of sucks, I know, but these things happen. If you're a PvP player, you've been in Cyrodiil lately, you know that the lag is getting really bad lately. All right, next up, let's take a look at Luxury Merchant and Golden Merchant stuff. So first up in Luxury Merchant, a Daedric Altar to Pariate, Daedric Brazier Ritual, a Cold Harbor Key, which is interesting, a Daedric Platform Sarcophagus, and a Daedric Sarcophagus Sealed, which, honestly, that's the sarcophagus there, and that's the sarcophagus sealed. Doesn't really add up at all. But that's currently what's on the Luxury Merchant here. I would say that if you're a big Pariate fan, that might be kind of cool. These other ones here, kind of expensive, and you can also make some very similar things inside your crafting here too. So next up, let's take a look at what's on the Golden Merchant. So currently, for 150, Locket of Pariah, maximum health, physical resistance, spell resistance, and increase your physical and spell resistance by 1,000 or 11,094, based on your missing health. I hear a lot of people say this is a great set. Honestly, don't get it, please. this is a lot of physical and spell resistance, but if you're already at the point that is really helping you, you're already in execute range for PvP, and in PvE, you're not going to be down that much for that long. And plus, if you're getting that far down, this resistance is not going to prevent you from getting just whittled down by any boss out there. Other good sets out there, and in general, the max health, physical resistance, spell resistance is not really helping you at all. So yeah, just pass on this. Also up, Proof of Trinamax Valor, Magic Recovery, Magic Recovery, and when you cast a damage shield on an ally, you have a 20% chance to call down a Fragment Trinamax to heal you and your allies for 3,607 health and damage enemies for 4,400 magic damage within a 5-meter radius. This effect can occur once every 5 seconds. Unfortunately, I don't think it's that great. I wish it was, but this 20% is really kind of low, and this in PvP is going to be in half for both of this. In the PvE side, I don't think it's going to do that well. This, I think, was this used to be a little bit of a meta set when you had no cooldown to it, or a very short cooldown to it, but it's just not good anymore, unfortunately. Next, Noble Duelist. Stamina recovery, spell damage, spell damage. Again, stamina recovery with spell damage. Kind of weird. When you dodge an attack, your light and heavy attacks deal an additional 1,225 damage for 8 seconds. So, yeah, this is not a great set. Again, you have stamina recovery and then these 2 spell damages on top of it, which I guess you could be a light attack roll dodger, and the stamina recovery might be a little bit helpful. But in general, yeah, just not good. I would definitely pass on this. Necklace of Sheer Venom. Stamina, weapon damage, and when you deal damage with an execute ability you infect enemies, dealing 11,039 poison damage for 6 seconds. This effect can occur once every 6 seconds. This is actually a good set for non-CP PvP. This has good stamina, 2 weapon damage on top of it, and the proc that it has is not a bad one to have. The execute ability that goes with this means that you're going to have either lethal injection, reverse slice, or a steel tornado. Well, I don't know if steel tornado might or may not count anymore because that got recently nerfed, so only one version of it is an execute. But remember, executes are anything that raises damage when enemies are low on health. So this can actually be pretty good. I would not recommend this for CP campaigns because in general, proc sets just don't work as well as having more stats, more damage, and more critical on top of everything. Remember, proc sets do not crit, so they don't get that same benefit. And for 100k, Lambrus's Paladrons with Shoulders. We can do flame or shock damage. You have 10% chance to lower a meteor that deals 1,422 damage to all enemies in a 4-meter radius every 1 second for 5 seconds. The effect can occur once every 8 seconds. And then Shadow Rend. Magic recovery, and when you take damage, you have 50% chance to summon a shadowy Clanfear for 15 seconds. Clanfear's base attacks deal 3,984 magic damage and apply minor maim to enemies hit for 10 seconds, reducing their damage by 15%. Alright, so both these sets both these are shoulders. You can get these with keys instead, and honestly, the Shadow Rend here might be an interesting tank set for PvP, but honestly, it's just not going to be good in general. PvP, PvE, most of these sets are just not going to use. Maybe on an off chance you have an off build that you use it, but that's something you really see in meta builds. Anyways, guys, that's Hero Done. That's the Mundus Minute. I'll see you all in Tamriel. Meow, meow, meow.